Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Thompson-Eshun. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my new workspace that I've been working on for the last month. And today I'm going to be sharing basically everything that I did in order to create this setup, and basically the main critical steps that I did to make this workspace functional and able to be used. And basically I've been using this setup for about a month, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips that I have in order to make this setup or a great setup in general. But I have a disclaimer though. I am a college student, so I want to make sure this setup has some good quality objects, but obviously it didn't break the bank. So I think I did a pretty good job, so I want to share with you guys some tips on that as well. You guys should stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing some important steps of how to turn a good setup into a great setup. And that's going to allow you to be more functional and make it more practical, but still keeping the simplicity part of it that is very, very important in order so that you can actually use this setup properly. So I'm going to start this video off by sharing the 3 foundational pieces that I made sure to work on first in order to create a great setup, which was the desk, the laptop, computer or monitor, and lastly the chair. Then I'm going to share some key parts that I included in order to make the setup very, very functional while still keeping the simplicity factor into it. So let's start with the most important part about this desk setup, which is the desk itself. The one I got is the Cubicubi 55-inch computer desk that I received from Amazon, and I love it for the simple fact that the amount of space I have is way more than what I'm used to, and it fits into my color scheme of black and white look with the black legs and support with the white countertop, which gives it a great contrast. The reason why I chose this desk is mostly for the simple fact that it includes a convenience place on the side to hold my noise cancelling headphones from Sony, and the other side contains a pouch that I hold my books like my journals, where I write down a ton of notes about videos and other things, and my drug information handbook. And I can say that this is not a small book, so obviously this pouch has been holding it for a whole month, so I would say it's pretty sturdy to say the least. The next key to a great setup was a great monitor that I picked up, and this is the HP Pavillion 27-inch Quad HD, and I simply love it. Having this widescreen space, I previously had a TV that I was using as a makeshift monitor, and it does not compare at all. From the pixels on the screen to the color scheme of this monitor, it is simply beautiful. This monitor is being operated by my 2015 MacBook Pro. Yes, I know it's old, but honestly, I've never had any problems with it, and it still works perfectly fine for me. So I really enjoy this setup right now with this monitor and my MacBook Pro. Finally, we're going to talk about my last major upgrade that I made to my workspace, which is my chair. Now, I've watched a ton of videos, and it seems like the chair for some reason is one of those aspects of a desk setup that's either hit or miss for me. So my main goal was finding a chair that was very good, but at the same time did not break the bank. And I have to say that I definitely spent most of my time looking at chairs over everything else in this setup, but this is by far the best chair that I've ever sat on. So this chair is called the Berlman Ergonomic High back mesh office chair. Not only do I like the open concept design that allows it to have a lot of breathability, I also like this chair because for the fact that it had extra cushioning for the head and a separate cushion for the lower back, all together with the ability to fully lean back when using it, made this chair a must buy. Now let's talk about how I elevated my workspace game. To start off with, I decided to get a new desk mat that contracted with my workspace, as well as utilize all the extra real estate that I had at my disposal from the 55 inches. And this one is going to be a 31-inch desk mat that I got from Amazon. On top of the desk mat, I got a Logitech K380 keyboard and MX Anywhere 2S mouse, which are simply amazing for the simple fact that you have the ability to use both the keyboard and the mouse for multiple different devices with the push of one button. And before, I was able to use this a lot when I was in school because I was able to change out the devices from my iPad into my laptop, which was a very, very useful feature. Next, I recently actually received these, which are my speakers that I use, which are the Creative Pebble 2.0 USB speakers, which are super inexpensive and get the job done. They have a simple, clean look, and now I don't have to constantly use AirPods or my Bluetooth headphones when I want to sit back and just watch a movie or a documentary. So that's been very, very nice just to have external speakers on the side of my desk setup. Now for me especially, external lighting is super important, especially as it gets later in the day or I'm working late at night. And I don't want to have the main light on from the ceiling. I would just like to have the main task light on so I know it's time for me to go to bed soon. So I picked up this torchère floor lamp from Target, which is great because it has a task lamp for nighttime and a floor lamp that is great for lighting up the rest of the room. And I also have this super practical task lamp on the left side of my desk, which allows me to have a laptop holder and a holder for my iPad when I want to clear out space. Lastly, we got cable management, which is one of my focal points because a clean desk with very minimal amount of cables showing is one of the keys to getting work done. Here I'm going to highly recommend the Magic Fly Under Desk Cable Management Tray Bundle I got. It literally is a one-stop shop for effective cable management from a person like me that has never done it before. Not only does it include the trays that go under the desk, extra cord holders that I use for my Anchor USB wall charging station, as well as cable ties, which I use throughout my desk to hold the many wires. But I will say that if you do plan to get this cable management system, that the screws itself are about 1 inch thick, and my table is also about 1 inch. So what basically happened was that the screws actually went through my table, so I had to hammer it back down and spray paint it a little bit just to cover it up. But I'm very easy to cover it up, so honestly it wasn't really a big enough deal, so I really had no problems with it. But just in case you have in the future, if you plan on doing this, make sure you have either a very thick table, just to make sure that it doesn't go through. And the screws are also very pointy, so be very careful of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some great tips on how to make your own desk setup and be able to work more productively at home. And I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out. Bye.